Last year I came across a situation where a lash tech had done a set on somebody for $60. This was in New Zealand, so 60 NZD, which to my understanding is under like market rate, but also isn't fully cheap enough to be like student rates. You know what I mean? Like students who are like very students who kind of have no clue what they're doing, students who still mess up a lot. It's kind of like a good in between students who are still struggling quite a bit and the cheaper end of market rate. Basically, this lash tech in Otahuhu did a very bad job of lashes, and this girl documented it. Basically, she came out after the lash tech had basically, you know, finished doing the lashes on her, ended up cutting off some of her lashes because they were stuck together, which is a little bit crazy. Like, okay, she says it was used with like big kitchen scissors. I don't think that was that important, but when the lash tech started arguing about it, apparently it wasn't with kitchen scissors. I actually don't give a fuck. I think there has been one instance where I don't get my lashes done all that often, these are falsies, but I have gotten them done quite a few times, and I think there's been like one instance where I've had to cut like my lashes, like the lash tech has had to cut my lashes, and they were so incredibly careful with it. And I could not notice any of my lashes being cut off at all after the fact. And also, I'm pretty sure that was when I paid $30 for a student who was like, hey, I need somebody to practice on and be a model. I'll give you, like, give me $30 and I'll give you lashes that may or may not be good. And I was like, bet. So, I don't know, $60 for getting your lashes cut off, a little bit crazy to me. So the two main pieces of media that I want to focus on is the video where the girl is like, hey bitch, like, this is not cool. Why are my lashes cut off, and why, like, did you do such a bad job? And why won't you refund me? And also, why won't you replace my jumper that you ruined with lash glue? That's also never happened to me, by the way. I have never had somebody spill lash glue on me. So, and the second piece of media is when the lash tech responded and was like, she actually didn't say anything. The comments were turned off, A. B, so, or not turned off, I think they were like monitored. So like the comments were limited or something. I don't understand how anyone, I don't know if it's like only friends and family and like people that like know her or like, you know, alternative accounts of hers, but there are way too many positive comments because like even the video itself, I don't remember it. I'm not gonna watch it to like get the memory juices flowing, but I'm like, from what I remember, she was just like, hey guys, something has happened, you guys might have heard about it, some people are just like mentally ill, that kind of vibe. So yeah, like, don't believe everyone on the internet. Some people just are looking for drama, some people are just like mentally ill, and honestly I think they need to be admitted. It was just a really insane response, methinks. What was that? I just, and the amount of positive, because like how do you respond positively to that video? What do you mean? Like, how? I have one piece of advice for literally everyone. If a person is making like a response video or like an apology video, whatever, and they're way too vague about the situation, that they're probably in the wrong. Because why can't you just say what happened? Let's entertain it for like 2 seconds. I'm sure we're all on the same wavelength. I'm sure I don't need to. But so she made this video because she was mentally ill and she's just looking for drama and all this and yada 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 and bad energy and whatever. Why are her eyelashes cut off? I don't think she showed the hoodie. I don't care. Her lashes looked bad. I'm not a lash tech. I've only had my lashes done, I could probably count the amount of times I've had my lashes done in my entire life on 2 hands. But I could tell they look bad. And for lashes to like for you to be able to tell that lashes look bad on camera is really difficult. Like, that was actually really impressive how you did that. And it was, I just feel like that was a bit of an insane response. Like, you couldn't have just been like, hey, my bad, I shouldn't have, I mean, obviously that's not the kind of person she is, like, but like, bro, like, at no point did you think, hey, this is just like the smartest, even if I hate taking accountability and I hate being held responsible for my actions and I hate having to refund people for mistakes that I've made or whatever, yada yada, would you not just think, hey, the smartest option for me is genuinely to refund? Because like, there's no way. 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 Oh my god, there's no way.
Hi everyone, just making a follow-up on the whole lash situation because I see that she's reposting my video and saying like a bunch of stuff. So I just want to clarify some stuff that she said. She said that she told me that the pads that she do were slippery. She never made me aware of that before the appointment. She only really told me, like, she didn't even tell me. They were slipping throughout the appointment, and she kind of, like, mentioned it, but while they were already on. Like, there's another alternative. You could have just used, like, lash tape. You know, I've been getting my lashes done for a long time, and I've also looked into getting, like, a qualification in lashes. And, you know, I'm not, like, I'm a bit aware of, like, sort of what goes down, you know. I'm not qualified, but I do know quite a bit what goes on, so. She used hairdressing scissors instead of kitchen scissors, so my bad on that. Wrong scissors, but either way, like, they were quite large scissors. They shouldn't be, like, you know, you should know how to professionally take it off. She stated to me that she was a qualified lash artist. She said she studied in Australia, but you should know how to remove the lashes without exactly having to cut, you know? She says that I didn't reply to her, but she blocked me, so how could I answer her message? My eyes are so swollen. And she said she offered, like, a small reimbursement for the hoodie for nappy sand, I think it's called. Nothing's gonna get that glue out. Like, I'm a qualified makeup artist. Like, we use sort of, like, strong glues like that, like latex even. You can't even get latex out of clothes. I know other lash techs and they tell me, like, lash glue doesn't come out of clothes. And that's an expensive hoodie. Like, I'm a qualified nail tech and a qualified makeup artist. I went to actual courses on it. I've got my qualification to prove. I have the certificate. We did bloody anatomy of, like, the face, the skin layers, the nail beds, whatever. I know how to deal with specific problems. And it's just, I felt like she didn't give me the service that I deserved. I felt like she didn't really know what was going on. But she was quite defensive. Like, I get it. You're a small business owner. We get like that. But you gotta remain professional.
So that was absolutely bonkers to me. Secondly, I wanted to talk about something I just thought about recently, kind of, because remember when it was a TikTok account by the name of like something the baker, and she made a video basically being like, I hate it when people ask what's your favorite thing to bake, and she's like, girl, this is my job. I don't bake for enjoyment. I bake because it makes me money, like whatever. And people like absolutely fucking dunked on her, being like, hey, you're literally fucking Sarah the Baker, I don't know her name. Sarah the Baker, your entire account is about you baking, and you're like surprised and offended when people ask you questions about baking and what your favorite thing to bake is. That's a little bit cuckoo, do you not think so? And she just got absolutely dunked on. And I want to defend her a little bit. To be clear, I don't really care enough. I'm not gonna lie. But like the amount of hate that she got for something that I also feel like people should care less about is I need to defend her a bit. Don't we all hate our jobs? Don't we all hate literally, like, I thought everyone hated their jobs, and like, why is it like everyone complained? There are people who make their entire accounts about being retail workers or hospitality workers or fast food workers or whatever. Like, they don't like their jobs. But because what? This is like an actual like career path, like a profession. Like, she's not allowed to hate her job. I'm so confused. Why is she not allowed to hate a job? I'm so confused. And secondly, there's this personal chef called Faith's Fresh, and this is not hate to her. I personally don't like the videos because of the vibes, but no hate to her. It's the same thing. She is a personal chef, and every time she makes a video and I come across it, it's just like, wow, you hate your job. All you do is complain, or even if you're not outwardly complaining, it's just like the tone and the vibes and like just your energy, like the way you're saying certain things, the way you're phrasing certain things. You hate doing this job, and you hate cooking, and you hate like cooking for people, and you hate being a personal chef. It's to say, like, this is what I like. Why did the baker girl get so much hate? For what? I feel like we need to calm down. It's really not that serious. Like, I feel like people don't recognize. Again, TikTok's full of a lot of like younger children, but even like people who responded were like also like adults, like adult bakers and stuff like that, being like, hey girl, you're literally a baker. Like, what do you mean? Like, okay, cool. I'm so happy that you enjoy your job and you're having a fun time, but most people don't. Even if she originally did like baking a lot, chances are now she's doing it as a job, and once you do something that you like creatively or just like as a hobby, as a pastime, as an actual job, and you have to rely on the money that you get from this hobby or craft in order to live, you're probably going to hate it. And not only that, being a baker usually comes with a lot of like retail-esque customer interaction, or not even retail-esque, like just retail customer interaction, and that probably sucks. I just feel like we should ease up on the hate on this baker girl. Again, I'm like certain that everyone's forgotten about her, because like everyone forgets about everything. Like, controversies are the exact same as microtrans. You're mad for a week, a month at most, and then it moves on. You know what I mean? Because this is genuinely like a micro controversy, but like, y'all really gave it to her, and for what? And the last very quick thing I wanted to talk about, I saw this conversation on TikTok. Thank the Lords, okay, no, not thank the Lords, but I have deleted TikTok. I don't actually know if it's banned here. I think this was banned in America. Anyway, I banned TikTok on my phone. I deleted her quite a while back. Quite a while, being like maybe a month or two. Which is good. It's good for me. But I have just started deflecting to other social media platforms, and it's not doing me any good. I also have a timer on Instagram. So it used to be a timer on like this one game app that I have, that is basically just a bunch of games in one app, and you can play things like solitaire, backgammon, I don't know how to say that, I don't know how to play it either, like 8-ball, Mancala, there's like Connect 4, and like there's a bunch of stuff that you can play on this app, and I have that, and I spend too much time on it. So I have that, and I had TikTok and Instagram on there as well. I deleted TikTok, so it was just Instagram and this gaming app that have a timer on them. But I still have things like Facebook and YouTube. Now, I hate Facebook with all of my being. All of my being. It is such a horrid place. And every time I go on and I spend more than 5 minutes and I start like scrolling and trying to like actually look through posts to enjoy myself and like doom scroll, not enjoy myself, but like, yeah, just doom scroll, but like enjoy myself in a doom scroll style. Like, obviously I'm gonna feel like shit afterwards, but anyway, I actually just feel like shit immediately. That is such a hard place to be, and I do not recommend anyone be on Facebook, because the shift between TikTok and Instagram in the sense of like political correctness, I don't really like saying that because it's kind of like a meme and it sounds a bit silly, but like genuinely, is doubled between the shift of this and mini scissors, is doubled in the like gap between Instagram and Facebook. Everyone on Facebook just hates all minorities. Hates all of them. So yeah, it's just not a great... Women in particular, actually. People on Facebook really hate women. Like, a lot. Like, a lot. Anyway, yeah, Facebook is just a horrible place to be. So I'm mostly relying on YouTube Shorts, which is A, embarrassing, and B, I've achieved nothing. Because I don't have a timer on YouTube. I'm not gonna, like, set a timer on YouTube. Like, what... long form content, girl, like that's for long form content. I'm probably going to use those for like, you know, informative videos when I'm like studying and stuff. So I say to myself, am I actually going to do that and use it productively? Probably not, but we will see. But yeah, like I haven't achieved anything. I've just removed TikTok and moved to YouTube Shorts, which actually just makes me look like more of a loser. But anyway, what I was saying is I came across this video on TikTok, and it was basically a girl who was her teacher saying that she had basically tricked one of her students into admitting that they used ChatGPT, because she was like, let me reenact it for you, basically. I am the teacher. If I'm holding the scissors, I'm the teacher. Hey girl, I know this is a really good essay, and you're kind of a shit student, I'm not gonna lie to you, she didn't say that. How did you write this essay? I just be slaying. I wrote it, I'm so good. I just thought of it with my big brain. I noticed that you use this word here. That's a really big word. What does it mean? Fuck if I know, bro. Look at this punctuation mark. You used it correctly. But I don't think I taught you that. Why did you use it, and what does it mean? Bro, I just feel like it went there. Did you write this by yourself? Well, I got a little bit of help. From who? Well, I just used the internet. You used ChatGPT. Yes, I did that. That was the vibes. It is so obvious. Like, again, I know TikTok is kids. I know this, but like, what if it's an adult who said this? No, truly, I'm so irritated. And somebody genuinely said, the way I knew was either a semicolon or an Oxford comma. Semicolon, yeah, fine, whatever. Nobody really knows how to use a semicolon. I barely know how to use a semicolon correctly. Sometimes I just, like, add it if I've used too many, like, dashes or, like, colons and, like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I just, like, put one in there. But an Oxford comma? Girl, that's just a comma. What do you mean? Like, be so dead. That is just a comma. That is just a comma that you sometimes wouldn't put there. But you are going to put there. Huh? The way that has 11,000 likes, and the person responding who said, I would hope they know what a comma is, only has 200. And the guy below that being like, an Oxford comma is different to a regular one. Barely. Barely, bro. Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Be so for real. You could, but if you were just using a regular comma, you probably wouldn't put one there, but you're putting one there because at Oxford, nobody cares. Oh my god. You're not smart. Like, why would you think that? That's just a comma. Like, no teacher is gonna look at that and be like, an Oxford comma. Like, this seems catchy. Like, how do they know to put that there? Some people just be putting that there, bro. I don't use one. Most of the time. There's just no way. You learned what an Oxford comma is through TikTok. I know that for a fact. And I will bet money on it. So, that's all I wanted to yell at you guys about today. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.